What in the name of destiny swapping is going on? Offset is out in Monaco, putting a cape on and acting like the Dark Knight. Meanwhile, Stefon is clapping back at people for popping his hip. Y'all, let's get into this because a lot of people have been saying that Offset seems to be winning. Now, when I said that, I said, well, it's not in the casino, so it must be at life. If you guys don't know, Offset was all over Monaco performing on mega billionaire yachts and stuff. People took that as him winning. I said, Cardi too busy to do all that stuff, baby. She was on world tour. But one thing that came up is, do you know Offset was out here saving wayward hoes, literally in Monaco after cab drivers tried to manhandle them because they wouldn't get out? I know. And Stefon Diggs is still mad that everybody ain't appreciating his baddie post. Let me just say this right before we get into the Offset story. And it is true because it was reported in TMZ. But let me just say this. Stefon, welcome to the life of a baddie. See, here's the thing. Everybody want to be a baddie, but don't nobody want to do what it means. Doesn't want to take the responsibility that comes with being a baddie. Stefon, when you are a baddie and you put the pout, the lip, and cock that hip up, there's going to be haters in your comments. They going to talk about your hair, your pink bag, your outfit. They going to talk about your pose. They going to rip you apart. But to who much is given, much is expected, my man. Stefon, you can't have what is it, male privilege in the baddie world. That is part of the cost of being a baddie. Only the strong survive. Tighten up, Stefon, tighten up. Anyway, let's get to what happened with Offset, because this is actually really unbelievable. So here's the thing. Offset actually he confronted a taxi driver who allegedly manhandled women. All right. Now, anybody knows Monaco right now, the F1 is going on. This is the Super Bowl for women, baddies, hookers, escorts, men and women that want to bag someone that they can do for yacht season, this and that, or maybe they just want to find love. I don't know. But the point is, this is Europe's NBA All-Star game. So you get the vibe that's going on, okay? So there were these girls in the car. Get this. They said Offset nearly came to blows in Monaco, going off on a driver he claims put hands on women during a chaotic street confrontation caught on video. Now, this was caught on video. I do want to say this. All jokes aside, Offset might have been, because first of all, it's Europe, and don't nobody have bang bangs over there. So it's not Atlanta, right? You don't got to worry about being bang banged in front of the casino. But let me just say this. All jokes aside, he actually might have stopped some trafficking because people don't get handsies like that in Europe. And that taxi driver that was trying to force women to get out, he might have been trying to force them to get on the hoe stroll. And they were like, no, I'm not doing it. I say all this to say, Offset, did you leave Monaco yet? Because one thing where there's a lot of beautiful people, men and women, there's a lot of crazy money. There's a lot, but with every high, there's a low, and there is an organized crime element to some of the beautiful things that you see, not just in Monaco, but to everywhere. But anyway, let's get into this. TMZ obtained footage from Offset's heated outburst Monday, and as you can see, he was visibly furious as he squares up with a chauffeur outside of a black van, repeatedly calling him a bitch and accusing him of grabbing women by the neck. Yeah, that sounds like the mafia to me, Offset. That was very brave, which is like, okay, you might be broke and you might be a cheater, but I believe this proves you're not a beater. So you just like to get gully over casino debts and tell people to take it with blood. But this is actually commendable. But if you know anything about Monaco and know anything about Europe, and a taxi driver was manhandling women by the throat, trying to force them to get out, trafficking sounds like organized crime. I'm just saying. They said at one point, Offset is overheard warning the guy that if he touches another woman, he'll beat him up himself. I know Talgol, the head of the Romanian, Albanian, Russian, Italian, English, throw every nation in there. Mob, insert mob, was like, oh, really? Oh, really? Anyway, according to many people at the scene, the incident went down at 9:37 a.m. local time in Monaco, just one day after the city wrapped up its Formula One Grand Prix. Oh, this sounds like trafficking to me. But you know what? Look at Offset being Batman, right? Right before he stumbled into that casino, probably to have some fun, because that is world renowned to be the most beautiful casino in the world. Look at him saving lives. The driver was manhandling women aggressively, pulling their hair and trying to get them out the car. We're told Offset was upset at how the women were being treated and was simply standing up for them. Our sources say multiple witnesses saw the driver allegedly beat the ladies. In the video, Offset can be heard shouting, "You touching women? You putting your hands on women? You a B." What? So Offset, maybe this is why Cardi B stayed with for so long. But then again, no. Because so Cardi got a restraining order against Offset, and Offset's not even around the kids? But you defending random women? Okay, let's keep going. But you know what? Let's choose the best version of the story until we hear different. That restraining order Cardi got against Offset was just basically Offset crashing out and threatening Stefon. Because I did remember he was trying to set Stefon up, and Cardi was trying to protect her man, her man, her man. Now there's a question about whether Stefon is her man, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, right? Offset then doubles down on the allegations, claiming he's grabbing women by their neck. He's grabbing the girls by the neck. I don't give a F. There's a handful of women visible later in the clip and several people crowding around the vehicle as tensions boil over. The situation escalates even further when a man wearing only a towel appears to throw the driver to the ground. In the world? Now, here's the thing. I'm not showing the video because after that Cassie stuff, I made a decision. I'm not showing any videos where you see a woman or man any domestic violence because I feel like it desensitizes people. And then when you see it in real life, people roll their eyes. I know y'all not little kids, but it's just the way I choose to move forward, right? The video ends before any punches are thrown, but Offset leaves no doubt where he stands, warning the man, if he grabbed one more girl like that, I'm going to beat him the F up. No word if police were called or if any was detained. Again, good for him for speaking up. It's pathetic that he's the only one that started it. I will say in a lot of these locations where there's a lot of money, a lot of desperation, a lot of glitz and glamour, there's also that seedy side too. And it is, again, people think like, oh, it's Monaco, it's Europe. Baby, Europe got a dark side just like Atlanta, just like California, just like Chicago, just like New York. They like to talk trash about America because, yeah, we got the bang bangs, but baby, they got something else, right? Again, once Offset got involved, other men came in to stop. But kudos for Offset for saving these girls. Again, it's unclear whether police were called. It sounded like trafficking to me, and they was trying to get them to go on the stroll at 9:37 a.m. Again, all those women, again, women and men that are walking around. But anyway, kudos to Offset.